here we are, day 6 of the war between Israel and Hamas. And the reaction to the war, depending on where you look around the world, has been quite different. You get different responses. For example, in the United States, and we're just going to go through it here by the region. We've heard Secretary Blinken, we'll always have your back. European Union and Great Britain, they have declared steadfast support, certainly for Israel. But that's not happening everywhere. And you look at other places, Russia, China, Turkey, Egypt, calling for an immediate ceasefire. The Russian President Putin, blaming the fighting on the U.S. policies. Egypt, right next door to the whole thing, negotiating with the U.S. over humanitarian support for civilians in Gaza, but has not agreed to create a pathway out for the refugees. And, you know, the other area then would be, you know, in Iran. I mean, Iran's leaders have praised Hamas for the attack publicly, and the U.S. says it still needs more evidence to determine what kind of a role specifically Iran played, but is now working with Qatar to prevent the Iranians from accessing that $6 billion that you've heard so much about from the prisoner swap. The Washington Post first with that story today, and our own Kelly Meyer and others have confirmed it since. So that kind of gives you an idea. You look around the world, and the world has a different reaction to this war, Israel and Hamas. So that's the backdrop now as we welcome in to discuss all of this, Kupchan, who's the chairman at Eurasia Group. So, all right, I want to get into some of the specifics, and thank you very much for coming on, of what's actually happening on the ground right now. But it does show you the perception of what's happening is different depending in which capital you're sitting around the globe, right?
It can look very different. And I've spoken in the not distant past with Iranian leadership. They are, you know, it's tough to take sometimes. They're very supportive of Hamas. They're very open about that. And they're very condemning of Israel. So if you're in this town, as Secretary Blinken said, I think we do have their back. I think we do have their back in the Congress, despite what's going on in the House, which is another story, which I think is unfortunately preventing us from reacting the full-throated extent that we should be. But yeah, where you stand depends on where you sit, and that's tough given the murder that we've seen on TV. Yeah,
I mean, and we've reported on that extensively over the last few days. And I think the headline in Israel today is probably on the absolutely horrific, gruesome images that were made public by the Prime Minister and shown to our Secretary of State. Your thoughts on that Prime Minister Netanyahu took these images of children who were literally burned and murdered and showed them to the U.S. Secretary of State and then put them out on social media as his military prepares for a possible ground invasion into Gaza?
Prime Minister did what he's got to do. That's his job. And those are the facts, and he's got to show the facts. And he should be raising the level of indignation in the world to as high as it's been for this kind of an event. At the same time, well, he's got the toughest job in the world right now because, look, Bibi Netanyahu is known as a hawk.
Yeah.
Within the inner circles in Israel, he's always also known as a leader who shows much more caution than his public image. He's a terribly rational guy under the gun. Now, you know, that is, you know, what I've heard in the context of hitting Iran nuclear sites in the past. I think right now emotions in Israel are running justifiably even higher than they ran when I was in Israel during the Iranian nuclear crisis. So what he's got to do is his very best to pursue Israel's national interest. That means a ground invasion that's done like a democracy would do a ground invasion, with safe areas where Palestinian civilians are protected to the maximum extent possible, while at the same time destroying Hamas as we now know it.
So he put together a unity government over the last few days, and I think it was officially ratified now today. So that, what impact, if any, does that have on what you're talking about, on what he's trying to put together? How important is that, or does it not matter much?
It helps. I mean, you know, when you bring a guy like Gantz, the former defense minister, he's got just a ton of military knowledge. Now, when you're about to go into probably urban street fighting, when you're going into a hostage situation, where, you know, 150, we don't even know how many. Some of them are Americans, so it really matters to us. Will we be in there with them? You know, good question. Don't know the answer. That's something the president's going to have to answer. You can't have too much expertise. And certainly bringing General Gantz in just deepens the bench. And when Israel's going to need the very deepest bench that they can get. So, you know, is it a headline? And no, it's it's a moderate piece of news, but it's good news, and it's good that Israel got that job done.
Yeah, to your point, the hostages changed the equation, or you think they would. At least there's changed the perception of how people see this.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.